All right. Gonna see if this is working. I've never done this before, but wanted to do, I think, a video topic about this week so you could see me and feel more like I was in front of the classroom, I guess. So thought I'd do a little video for what we're going to be doing this week and what's coming up, and ramble a little bit about myself so you get to know me a little bit better. And I'll do this periodically, otherwise I'll just send you announcements, but I thought since I had the time in the room, I do it. So welcome to this bitter cold week. I did post a session video to go over the first round of the simulation so that you can see what the simulation is all about. In 2 weeks, and if you work a little bit ahead, just in case you do, you'll see that there is a simulation quiz out there. So once you start getting familiar with the simulation and getting through some of the materials about the simulation, you can go ahead and take that SESM quiz. I believe it's in Learning Plan 3, I'm not 100% sure, but you can take that as many times as you want. So you don't have to stop with just one time. You can continue to take it and better your score if you'd like to. So want to put that out there. I want you to understand the concepts. It's really not really a measurement of an assessment so much as I want to make sure that you know those key points. So keep taking them, get all your points, don't leave anything behind in this class or in any class. I don't recommend that. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is you'll be going through chapter 1 this week. Chapter 1 is just an introduction. This is actually a review of last class, operations 1, so you would have had that in operations class 2. So that is a really cool thing. I'm also probably going to post a video this week about trade-offs, because I think trade-offs is a really important discussion. We have trade-offs in a lot of different things that we do, and the simulation is really about them. And maybe I'll just ramble a little bit here on it. But you'll find that with business decisions, and really originally this class was a decision-making class, that's what it was called, because all of these topics that we're going to be covering in class this semester is about how to make good business decisions and the things that you think about. And the simulation itself is really teaching you how when you adjust one thing in a business, it has implications in other areas of the business and how closely related so many of those things are. So the decisions you make in research and design are not isolated to research and design. That section integrates with other sections, as an example. So people tend to look at the simulation and want some magic. Is this the right answer? And I have 17 people, 19 people, I don't know, I have a really big in-person class on Tuesday nights, and they were really struggling with that. And I could tell them when I said, I know you guys want the answer. There is no answer, because I can't tell you what your classmates are going to do for decisions. And in business, you can't really know what your customers are going to, or competitors are going to do. So, and your customers either. So you've got the wild card of your customers and the wild card of your competitors, and it's really hard to put those things together and make a decision. So companies are constantly making trade-offs, and they might bet that their customer base would rather have this. And if they make that decision, that's a really great decision, but it might cost them X. And they have to accept that. So rarely are you going to make a decision in business that has no negative implications on any other part of your business. If you're spending money, your profit's going to go down. If you're saving money, your innovation might go down. Or you're hiring, quality people might go down. If you cut training, you might save money in your budget, but people might not know exactly what they need to do. If you add too much training, maybe they won't be on the floor enough to help your customers, and your customer satisfaction might go down. Whatever it might be. There's trade-offs in every decision that you make, and that's one of the things that I hope that you take from this class, is really understanding those trade-offs that business leaders make, and that every decision you make, you learn on it, and you build off of it, and you do something different. But there is no right way to do something, and continuous improvement always happens. So chapter 1 has no homework associated with it other than the Learn Smart. So go in and do the Learn Smart, and then practice round 2 is due next week. So make sure that you get into SESM and you do practice round 2. And I don't even think there's a Flipgrid due next week. So no Flipgrid, just SESM practice round 2 and your Learn Smart for chapter 1. So hopefully that will be enough for you. I did respond to everyone's Flipgrid, so head out there and see if anybody else responded or listened to mine. I did respond to every single one. Nice job on those, by the way. I really appreciate that. That helps me immensely. And then, oh, fun fact for me, I was lifting weights on Wednesday night, and I was benching, 155 with boards, and I T-Rexed it and came up a little bit too high and not down, and so the the bar collapsed a little bit as I did it, and it rolled down the plate, the block, and smacked me right in the face. So nothing like having 155 pounds rolling at your throat. I ducked my chin and it hit my face. So like the inside of my mouth is all raw. So it's been a great week. I do have spotters, just so you know, my spotter missed it, and it was a whole comedy of errors. I should have had it the next day when I benched the same exact thing. I did 175 and made it. So it was my mistake in how I lifted, but then my spotter also missed it. So it was so much fun. Anyway, those are the things that we do for fun. So that was my week. Stay warm, and we'll talk to you again.